founder and CEO of this Ethical Byte company. Basically, what we are doing, I'll just come back to that. But I just wanted to start from this journey. Why? Why we started this? Like, why exactly we are starting this meetup, this cyber meetup? Okay, and the cyber talk, whatever you call. Definitely, we are planning. There is a pipeline that we are going to start. Having a meetup on every weekend. It's not only about cybersecurity. We are going to bring so many developers, and we have a plan. Bringing so many in terms of AI specialists. Bringing so many people around the global also. So let us see how it goes. But this is the first meetup. Definitely, it is a journey with you guys. Actually, we are starting. I'm not sure how it goes, but yeah, this is a kind of a blind journey you consider, right? Yeah. um, why this topic cybersecurity? Because our company runs on this fuel, right? Cybersecurity. So I just thought of taking this topic called cybersecurity. The main reason is I have so many questions from the students across the global. So should I take the cybersecurity, or is there any importance in cybersecurity, or people are taking cybersecurity like blindly? Okay, hey, I think cybersecurity is good, shall I take the degree? Or people are listening, okay, AI is good, shall I take the AI? So people are joining for the degree blindly. They don't even know exactly why they are taking, correct? And we wanted to solve these queries. Okay, and at the same time we are definitely getting you the so many queries to be solved, by the way, in this call. So let us plan for the whole journey. And I just wanted to introduce one of our you know I hope Shoaib is here. So he is one of our COO of the company. So definitely I hope, Shoaib, can you please just tell me, like, I have some queries with you as well. And yeah, one of our team member, is Sohan, is here. So I just wanted to introduce him as well. But it is better, not me introduce them, but let them introduce themselves. But I'm just going to start from Shoaib, basically. Shoaib, can you just tell me, like, it's not about Ethical Byte, or it's not about what you are doing, but it's about like how your role in cybersecurity in this earth, how you are contributing, basically, like what you're doing. Either it might be in different company, like how you're helping them out, and who you are, why you're existing is worthful for the earth, basically, in the sense, like, what exactly you're doing in the for cybersecurity contribution. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Manoj, for the introduction as you given about our company. And once again, good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So, as yes, Manoj mentioned that my name is Shoaib Rathod, and I am a Chief Operation Officer at Ethical Byte. So, basically, I give you my little bit brief about what exactly I am and what I am doing. So in here in Ethical Byte, I'm helping a leading, the operations and the guiding our team to deliver secure and innovative solution which we are providing, right? And along with that, also I'm working with one another company, the NHT Cyber. There I am a cloud infrastructure security engineer. So this is about me, and I have 15 years of experience in this IT background. And also, as Manoj mentioned that like about the cyber security and the cloud computing, how much important globally, and day by day, as everyone know that like such a vulnerability, such a weaknesses which we are finding in application or in any cloud application or any such a platform where which we are using. So the thing is which we need to understand here, like I'm just first gone through with the cloud security, like what exactly it is and what risk we might face if we are into the cloud infrastructure security or cloud security, right? So the thing is here we need to understand about whatever the configuration we are building there. Okay, so the big mistake is about the wrong settings. Mostly I saw that in my journey, during the journey, many people know about the technology, but they are not following that the step by step procedure and the best practices. So that is the biggest mistake they are following. they also have, like huge experience, but they are not following that the particular, the procedure. That is the big mistake. And also I saw that many peoples and many corporate peoples, they are not following that such a particular access roles, the privilege roles which provided by to the team members. So they are providing many privileges roles to the team members. That is also the issue for the whatever the services related to the cloud technology or else any other technologies which we are using. So as a my point of view, the whatever the privileges which we are providing into the cloud technology or else like whatever the technology which we are using in the corporates, so make sure like which particular person are accessing that particular services. So depending on the role, we have to provide those privileges. According
Understood.
to that, we have to take the actions. So that is the point number, the one. The second point is about like the documentation,
Mm-hmm.
incident documentation. This is a very very important that we
Mm-hmm.
have to follow in such a way. So whenever the team member or any incidents are happen, so how we have to take the actions on that particular scenario, so that she or he can follow that instruction and sort out that the issue.
Got
And
it.
also as very important part is about like compliances. We have to understand that the correct compliances related to the ISO that we need to follow, and we have to work accordingly. And many more things are involved whenever we are into the IT background. So we have to know that like what exactly we are doing and related to the which services we have to work.
Understood.
So that is all about the things which we need to follow, and we have to work accordingly.
Great. So, thank you so much for Shoaib, having here basically in the call. I definitely, admire like exactly, what you have told for the people in the meet. I definitely understand from your point that, cloud security is one of the most important thing as an aspect. When I frame it as a cybersecurity, that's one thing. Okay, just by calling as a cybersecurity, it's not even enough. We have, cybersecurity in all the fields. I just, as you said, I'm going to come definitely for the cloud security, or else we do even call for AI security, which is one of the dangerous act which is already happening around the global right now. But yeah, I'll be coming back to that as well, soon. Yes, Sohan. So thank you so much for for accepting this meet. By the way, thank you for being here. So right now you are in US. We are in night. Sorry, so you are in early morning. I'm sure we are not disturbing you, but yes. So can you please introduce yourself in just few words, and just please tell me like how and like how you are contributing to the cybersecurity, and who you are basically, and how it will be helpful for this team.
Thank you for having me first. And yes, it's morning here, and I'm just starting my day, and it's good, going good though. So myself, Sohan, and yeah, I'm from India, and I'm the CTO of Ethical Byte. And right now, I also work at one more company in US. And that's actually a wonderful question, which was asked by Manoj Kashyap. Like he told, like, what's your contribution in this world in terms of cybersecurity? That's the question I ask to myself every day. Like, what am I contributing each and every day that I'm going to make something difference in this field? So yeah, I'm more into research stuff. Like I do a lot of research papers and publications. And this year I'll also be attending Black Hat USA as a speaker.
Oh,
So
congratulations
yeah,
on that.
thank you. So yeah, so that's pretty much me. I'm just a nerd in an easy way. I can tell that. So I just sit and do that. One thing which I observed when Shoaib was explaining was yes, misconfigurations. Number one vulnerability is always the misconfiguration. People don't know what they're doing.
Hmm.
Sometimes, if people know what they're doing, they don't know what it is going to lead to. That's the biggest misconfiguration that people do.
True.
So yes, cybersecurity is not about hacking stuff or learning how to hack the unhackable things. It's about finding something that people oversaw. That's it. That's all cybersecurity is. So
Understood.
that's in a simple terms. So yeah, pretty much yeah, that's it. So I'm just doing my masters in US right now. How about
Hmm.
myself, if you want to know? So yeah.
Okay, it's a very good and very great intro. Definitely, I'm going to call this in a short. I think within a 2 minutes or within a minute, he just spammed everyone. By saying how exactly understanding cybersecurity is very important for the people. But when I go to there is an academics. When I come back to an academics, I just start some questions with Sohan. By the way, for the Frank, because one thing I just wanted to understand, as you already told that, follow-up questions, like you're doing the masters, and I just wanted to understand in India. Okay, let us consider how colleges and schools, let us consider either it can be universities, is it training well enough in cybersecurity for the students in India? That's my question as of now.
Okay, that's gonna become a controversial question though. So, okay, a straight answer would be that India is trying its best. It's trying to do its best in terms of reaching to the like the latest of cybersecurity knowledge and technologies.
Mhm.
But yet India falls back by at least 3 to 5 years of technologies when compared to other countries. I'm not telling it's bad, but it's just falling back. Okay, they have it has certain reasons. Maybe lack of technologies, lack of trainers, and whatever it is. And that's where the companies like us come into picture, like to cover the gap where the Indian education system is falling behind and the real world is acting something else. That's where we all come into picture, right? Then that's how we are contributing, right? So definitely it's worth to do masters and all this kind of stuff because it's always going to help you in one or the other way. It's never a no. Knowledge is never a bad thing to have. It's definitely worth it. And yeah, it doesn't matter where you stay in our, see, nowadays we have access to like internet, like dude, everyone can access internet, right? So you can stay in India, you can stay in any XYZ country, you can always catch up with the latest technology.
True.
It's all about what you put in. So short answer, India or any other country, it all depends on you how much you put in. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, like I have one more follow-up questions for the same. Basically, like it can be a controversial, but definitely I would like to take this question. For sure, because one thing I just when I am going through so many academics, basically people who are all jumping into cybersecurity, where they started learning about the cybersecurity, they have a question like, should I learn any kind of programming language? Example, do I need programming language for cybersecurity? Is it necessary, or else without any programming language can I pursue in the cybersecurity, or can I get that is one question. But I'll come back with a follow-up question. But yeah, this is what the question basically, many students they ask me, how about like what do you like to answer for this?
Yeah. Specific answer, short form in one word, no. Okay, you really do not need to know programming language in order to thrive in cybersecurity field. But if you ask any detailed answer, well, I asked the same question to my current manager, and he's like, I don't even know a single programming language. He doesn't know a single
Great,
programming language.
great,
But the thing he says is that's cybersecurity. You don't know shit. You don't know anything about any technology. But
great,
when you have to do with it, you have to sit and study about it.
great,
So
nice,
it's like I have a programming testing. Like, okay, I have to do some static code analysis. Let's say you have your C++ code running or a program running on C++. I don't know C++, but you ask me to do pen test. That's when I sit and learn C++. I go to do everything, and that's when I do. Pen test is a methodology. It's an idea. It's a focus of your brain. Like, it's like kind of a skill that you develop in terms of thoughts, not in terms
nice.
of actions. So these programming languages you can easily learn, and that too with the help of these AIs, it's very fast. Learning and debugging codes are very fast. So short answer, nope. Cybersecurity does not require programming language, but in order to become in an expert level where you have to write your own malwares, yes, of course you need programming language at that time.
Okay, so it's a very clear cut answer for the university, back end people who are all pursuing the cybersecurity. It's even I like to add one point to that. Definitely, as he said, I also consider that yes, definitely you doesn't require a programming languages need to be learned priorly, understanding about the cybersecurity, because cybersecurity, it's not about the technology, but it's about the skills basically when you're pursuing through. It's about the path, like how you're learning. It's about the journey what you're learning. So I feel, I definitely admit what exactly Sohan said. So I think that will be a clear picture for everyone. It doesn't mean you don't know the programming, but yes, definitely you can end up with a very good opportunities in the cybersecurity. Great. Now coming back to Shoaib, he just told me particularly about cloud technology, and he just told me about exactly how the things are going to work in the cloud, like how dangerous impact which is already happening around the global, by the way. Now I have a question, like Shoaib, can you just please tell me, like basically, if I just speak about the security of the cloud, right? Like what are the recent security which you have come across in the cloud, which I'm speaking about the recent security threats basically, and how you're going to overcome, how can we able to overcome with that? Or is there any environment, cloud environment, or the mitigation technique, if you know, in the clouds, which is happening in the recent way? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good question actually. So in that such a way, there is in the cloud service provider, which you guys know very well, like the three cloud providers is a very popular nowadays: AWS, Azure, and GCP. They have such good technologies there, and the services are also, like such a way they are providing the services which we can explore them. If you guys
Correct.
heard about the CSPM, cloud security posture manager, and also there is, we have to understand about the zero trust rule which we can deploy that, as well as everyone, we have to understand about the identity behaviors and IAM rules which we have to take care about that. So yeah, that all things are involved there, which we need to understand, and which we need to integrate there.
Hmm. Okay. So yeah, I understood, few things related to the cloud, as you already told us about the misconfiguration thing. I have a follow-up question with the same, like, do we require cloud security, or do anyone, people who is pursuing cybersecurity, do they really want to know about the cloud security? Is it
So as
mandatory
in
to know?
belong yeah, as in belongs to the cloud infrastructure who are a beginner,
Hmm.
they definitely have to know the level one understanding related to the security. And
Okay.
then in future, the person who's jump into the level two or level three. Okay. So in that such a scenario, people need to understand more about the security, where he or she can understand about, the entire infrastructure security, as well as inbound and outbound.
Understood. Okay. So, okay, fine enough. So I have a question for Sohan, by the way, because in terms of academics, when I just speak either through academics or else in industry, I got so many queries in terms of certification. The main reason is, I'm not speaking about only academics, even in industry. When I speak about in industry, they're so much confused, to be frank. It's one of the common question which I'm going to hear in the comments, which I'm going to, hear in every other part of
I
the
think I already
universe,
know
I
the
could say.
question.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think
You
I
already
already
know
know
the
the
question.
question.
What exact certification, people wanted to choose in case if they want to, or do you recommend any certification? That's the first thing. Or like, do they require certification? So can you just please confirm for the people?
Okay, I have a answering mechanism. Short answer and a detailed answer. Okay, the short answer is yes, they do require certifications, because when you go for interviews or when you go to present your skills, you cannot go with a laptop running three VMs and you can't tell them, okay, I'm going to show you how to do hacking right now. No, that's not feasible. The way you're going to portray your skills are through certifications. But the question rises up is which certification? It's a very, very big field over there. Tons of certificates are there. So that question can be only answered by you people, trust me, because which field do you want to pursue? Do you want to pursue SOC analyst? Do you want to pursue penetration testing? Do you want to pursue Shoaib's path, that is cloud security? It depends on each and everyone's individuals' interests, right?
Answer.
So I'm more of an offensive person. So if you ask me, I always suggest offensive security certifications because I
Understood.
love it. Okay, so but in general, always start with the basic certifications like CCNA for networking. It's the very best one that the recruiters seek for. no matter how cybersecurity is, no matter how AI grows, everything, we still do communication with TCP/IP protocol. At the end of the day, everything runs in TCP/IP protocol, right? So networking is a must, and no concepts like no terms like what's a ransomware, what's this, that. Do ICS certified for cybersecurity.
True.
That's the very basic one, and CH or Security Plus. So yeah, we have a lot of options, but certificates. See, I say certifications like are catching Pokemons. Okay, it's
Mhm.
like there are lots of availabilities over there. It's just you to choose whether you want to catch them or not. So it totally depends on what type of like person are you are and what's your interest at.
Got it.
So that would be my answer for you this question. It always depends on these
Okay,
individuals.
nice. So I would like to definitely, I wanted to ask you the follow-up question on that. As you said, you are a best technical person, to be frank, as per I know. In red teaming, let's say everyone are learning. Even I learned from the step by step. So even I'll be doing research on a regular day. Even you will be researching on a regular day. Any person, if you say in cybersecurity, I am the master, I definitely consider he is not, because cybersecurity cannot be anyone cannot be a master. He might be even hack the Google, or else he might be technically strong. He might be created the whole programming language, but still he cannot be a master. Now, for the follow-up question, why I'm just saying this in the sense, like, since you are technically good, I just wanted to ask this question. People, they do ask me this. It's like, how can we break into the system, you know for a real world scenario, and is it legal to do that, and is there any way to do that legally?
Oh yeah, breaking into system legally is the bug bounty program. Okay, okay. Even though I am not into bug bounty programs, I do not deal with the web applications much. So I'm more of a internal penetration tester and Active Directory. So the best part for you guys to start with will be obviously the web pen testing or the web bug bounty programs. So that's the legal way of how you can honor your skills, make get some recognition, even with a little good amount of money also. So bug bounty programs are the must go. And to your question about what do you call that?
How can
Yeah,
I break
sorry,
into the
I was
system?
about bounty. Ah, yeah, getting into the system. Yeah, I got lost.
That's one of
Uh,
the most asked questions with all the audience.
oh yeah, see, hacking into system is not like you need to know technology or something. Hacking into system is just like how you see the errors. Sometimes people, when you see a glitch in a system, you'll be like, oh, why the hell am I seeing the glitch? Okay, I'm just going to restart it. But how the real hackers think is like, okay, I can see this glitch. How am I going to reproduce this glitch? If I can reproduce it, how am I going to take it to my use? So that's thinking. Just the thinking methodology. If you change, trust me, you can hack into any systems. It's just that you need to change your perspective of view. So yes,
Understood.
you can hack into any system, and you need to be able to have such a big open mind, telling that why. The question why should always come up. Why is it happening like this?
Understood.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, guys, like, people, you'll be having some queries whenever we are just trying to looking into, but definitely, so wait for some time, and definitely you can just put all the queries in the chat box. Basically, whatever the
Oh
question
yeah.
you
Yes,
have,
guys.
you can just put it in the
Oh,
chat
sorry.
box. But I'm going to take the question. I'll just choose the question, and I'll try to answer for the people like who are all there. So definitely no need to worry on that things, right? You can,
Yeah,
priorly
I'll
you
take
can
a
just put the
moment.
question over there. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry, Manoj. Sorry, Manoj.
Yeah,
Guys, if you have any questions, just feel free to put it on a text box. So even though if we can't answer it vocally, like in the voice, we can try answering in the questions. Like if the question is to me and if Shoaib is speaking, then I can answer the questions. So yeah, please
exactly.
feel free to put that in the chat box.
Exactly. Nice. So, yeah, Aditya, I'll be just coming here now. I think you can just pull the message chat box. I think you can just, have a query on that over there as well. Great. Now, meanwhile, I do have a query along with the same thing. Like, people right now, even in industry, whenever they go for particularly about the job in cybersecurity, so they have like what kind of tool, will help for a student in cybersecurity to learn, like how it will be helpful for them when they go to the job basically. Yeah, it's for Sohan.
Ha, yes, this one I get asked a lot. Which tool should I learn? Which tool should I learn? Which I should
Yeah,
do? Which I should do? I
even
would
even
say
I'm
none.
confused. Even I'm confused. Please let me know which tool can be
I
learned in
would say none.
cybersecurity.
This answer might hurt you guys, but I would say none. Because you are not mastering a tool, you are mastering cybersecurity. Okay, cybersecurity does not run on a single tool. It runs on the human behind sitting there behind the tool. So why? Okay, this question you might like. Okay, so like, do you have any experience in it? Why are you saying like this? What's the reason?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I always ask why. The reason is I'll take the latest experience. When I went to this company, when I started doing pen testing, that's the internal pen testing for this
Hmm.
company which I'm working right now. I tried almost every tool that was taught in OSCP or whatnots, like anywhere, any platforms, wherever I have learned it, nothing works. Trust me, nothing works. Okay,
Right.
because Microsoft people are pouring billions in order to get their systems running and stuff.
Hmm.
So they are not so fools to leave these things open. But still, I could find the loophole. But still, I found the
Understood.
loophole. I established the complete I mean Python-based RAT, remote access
Understood.
Trojan. Uh, that was because of misconfiguration.
Understood.
That's why, like the point which Shoaib told, that's it's always about misconfiguration, guys, not the technology, not the tools.
Exactly.
Okay, it's you just need to find that. So, but still, if you want, but there are some legacy tools. We always need to learn about Nmap because we need to know about the port scanning and IP scanning, range scanning, and every stuff. That's a legacy one go to.
Hmm.
But again, only using Nmap, I would if I see a person and if he calls himself a penetration tester and if he is running the first thing is running is Nmap, I would say, dude, you don't even have any experience in this field. Sorry,
Understood.
it's not just that. There are other methodologies to come into play. Like it all depends.
Understood.
So yeah, that would be my answer. I know it hurts a lot of people. They were expecting a tool name, but sorry, tool is not the thing in cybersecurity. It's about the mindset.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that is 100% correct. But here I want to add one more point related to the interview perspective. So,
mhm,
like whenever who are going for the interview, they need to understand that the basic tools, because I saw that when we already have taken a multiple interviews, so we saw
correct.
that like people don't know about the tools name.
Exactly.
So people have to know like at least which tool they have to use, which tool, how the tool will work,
Hmm.
and also have to know like for the network security or vulnerability scanning or penetration testing or doing the monitoring, right? So at
Understood.
least people have to know the understanding about the tool name as well as like how the tool will function. So that is the very important part which interview whenever the going for the interview, candidate have to understand about that and also need to explain in such a way how the tools are functioning and which tools have to use. They might can give you any scenario in that point of view. Candidate need to explain the scenario and also
Exactly.
involve which tool he or she can use.
Exactly. True. So I have a follow-up question for the Shoaib itself. Since he's answering particularly about, I'll be just giving you the pitch of glimpse like what exactly the answered in the sense, basically about the tools, which is very important in cybersecurity, right? People they understand. I definitely admit the Sohan answer because definitely you are whenever you're using cybersecurity, whenever you're trying to learn cybersecurity, how you are starting, how you'll start the learning from cybersecurity. Definitely from a tool. You call that as, sir, I'm going to use some tool. I'll start with an Nmap. Okay, I'll start with the Kali Linux operating system. That's the only choice, which commonly comes across. But I commonly say that, yeah, that will be a beginner friendly. But once if you jump into the water, you know exactly how depth it is, and then definitely you don't even consider those things as a tools, right? So that's what exactly Sohan said. So I preferably for the beginners who are in cybersecurity, if you're thinking any tools which will is going to help you out, yeah, it's in the beginner friendly, but definitely it's not going to help you out even in the industry also. The same tool cannot be used. So yeah, so we'll see. And along with that, so Shoaib, I have a question that can you just walk through about the red team and blue team basically, how people can choose. I have a very specific question here. Like, people are confused between the red team and blue team. So should I choose the blue team, or they'll ask, should I choose the red team? Like, how can I, which team is the good thing, or how is it comfortable to choose in between these two basically? Can you walk through about this?
Yeah, sure. So, so first of all, people need to understand what exactly the red team and blue team, and
Mm-hmm.
which particular, the technology they have to accept and move forward about that. So when we are jumping into the cyber security, so we have to learn a basic fundamentals, and from there we in whenever we are just more going into the deep dive, understanding what is the red teaming and what is the blue teaming. So this is all about, like, if I can say, related to the red teaming is the attacking things, where we need to understand that the hacking perspective. Also, I can say the break into the system and find the weaknesses before a real attack. Okay.
Understood.
And also, as I can say, the ethical hacker penetration testing, or creativity, or deep technology knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all need to understand in the red teaming. And as I mentioned, that we first need to understand how and which particular technology we have to go and we have to access.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And if I'm talking about, like, the blue teaming, so they are as a protected system from the attack. So that is
Mm-hmm.
the point, and they are doing the monitoring, detecting,
Mm-hmm.
and responding to the threats. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and for the defensing side, what exactly the roles they are performing. So that
Mm-hmm.
is all about the blue teaming. So that point need to understand from,
Okay.
we have to do it for the attacking side, or we
Mm-hmm.
have to go for work as in the any organization, and the defensive side we have to work. So related to that,
Mm-hmm.
candidate need to understand red teaming, or else need to understand and go through with the blue teaming. So that is all about. And also many peoples are, they are very much interested into the red teaming as well as the blue teaming. They are learning the both technologies, and then after that they get the title as a purple teaming title they are
Correct.
getting. So they
Correct.
have understanding related to the both side, attacking side and defensive side.
Understood.
So that's a very important part which we need to understand.
Understood. So, like, I have one more question for both, for Sohan and for Shoaib. Like, nowadays AI is going like hell. Sorry to say that, but yeah, absolutely, it is growing like anything a lot. I'm so much confused now. So many people have doubts. Jobs are going to taken care by AI soon enough. Now, is the cybersecurity is going to impact, particularly when AI is getting implemented? Definitely is going to impact on that. Or in case if it is getting impacted, what kind of job roles will it be getting impacted? And if I come back to the cloud, so this question is for Sohan. The follow-up question, in terms of cloud, like how AI is impacting right now. So that's for Shoaib. Yeah, so I'll just start with Sohan basically.
Yeah, to answer that question, what's the jobs that have been taken? Okay, I'll just put it in specific to cybersecurity itself. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
become this a controversial thing again.
Yep.
Uh, in cybersecurity, the most repetitive tasks will always be taken out by AI.
Nice.
Because having a human to sit and do the repetitive task will take a lot of energy and resource, including money, rather than having a machine that just runs with electricity 24/7,
Understood.
where it doesn't need to think anything innovative, right? So all this repetitive task, before we used to call it automation, now we have put something called AI, neural search engine, the neural brain systems, which it gives us minimal level of thinking, that which can think and solve repetitive tasks again and again. I'm saying repetitive tasks. So majority, which I'm seeing the now latest news and all, is that SOC level 1 is right now being taken away by AI, because
Mm-hmm.
SOC level 1, the only work is to identify, I mean, not to identify, is to look at the alerts that have been generating,
Okay.
validate it if it's good or not good, and
Okay.
then push it to the next level. That's
Oh,
it.
so it's like, I'm definitely not going to apply for the SOC job. For sure.
No, no, no,
Even
I'm
though.
not saying. See, that's it. That's it. That's it. SOC is not going to go away because not every company can afford AI.
Understood.
Okay, this conditions only work with company with the which people, like, they are well funded and they have a resource to manage an entire server for AI.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say that AI is taking our job, AI is taking our jobs, it also depends on what's the platform, what's the like which company that took AI's, that implemented AI, everything. If you ask me, my company cannot afford right now, whichever I'm working, cannot afford AI. They can only afford a person. So cybersecurity always have an area, and I'm not telling SOC is a bad thing, but always move into the field that has no to less repetitive tasks.
Well said. Yeah, definitely. So, Shoaib, can you just give a glimpse on AI in cloud, basically, like how it will be coming up?
So, as we know very well about, the nowadays AI and ML is booming everywhere, right?
Yep.
So, in also in the cloud technology, there is many services which is come with the AI, which
Mm-hmm.
really need to learn and understand. Who are
Okay.
jumping into, the cloud infrastructure or cloud security infrastructure. They have to understand those technologies,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to, grab that very quickly to
Mm-hmm.
stand in the market, because nowadays the competition is a very tough.
Understood.
So people have to, gone through with the all technologies whose belongs to the AI and ML. So without in future, if I'm talking about the future, who are not, aware about that what is AI and ML and how the
Mm-hmm.
tools are functioning there.
Yeah.
So they are out of the competition and they cannot, compete with the market. So
Understood.
my understanding, as per my experience, people have to accept, adapt, and learn that the new technology whose belongs to the AIML, and
Mm-hmm.
very much and very more technologies are coming comes into the all three platform like Vertex AI and OpenCV, and many more technologies are come into the cloud infrastructure. So my
Understood.
personal suggestion, people have to learn, otherwise they are out of the competition.
Great. So, a good. I mean, the well said the last sentence. Now, have you faced any, your own job, like whenever you're doing, have you faced this issue? Did you felt any place like, did you, have you lost your job because of AI, or did you lost some progress, because of AI? Like, have you faced that in a real time?
Yeah, so about this question, like within a couple of months ago, we faced that issue
I'm
related
really
to,
glad to know that actually. Yeah, please.
yeah. So in one scenario, I want to just explain you like nowadays, so many things are, we can quickly get it from the
True.
AI tools.
True.
Whatever the configurations we wanted to make, so we can do, and we can configure in within a minutes, and we
True.
can deploy the servers, we can deploy
Correct.
the entire infrastructure using those tools. So in that time I faced that, like if I'm not I not learn it those things, other if I not learn it, then I'm just out of the scope, and I might lose that the job. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
luckily and thankful to, like within this journey we all are working together,
Correct.
and every day we are discussing about that the AI is also important, we have to learn a new technologies.
True.
So that is really great for me whenever we are doing the discussion related to the AIML and the new such a technology. So that
Understood.
impact which I face, but that is fine for now. Like I know that the many tools related to the cloud infrastructure which we are using currently in the premises.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is the point which I face in that time, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow I figure it out, and we accept and we learn those technology, and we figure it
Understood.
out.
Great. So I have a question for Sohan. Like particularly, as a fresher, even it is a follow-up question. Even so many people they do ask me. Even I hope Aditya is here, so even he asked me the similar, same question by the way. So the question is like basically, so many as a fresher, let us consider, people are trying with, try hack me. They're trying with hack the box. They're thinking, okay, I'm going to learn, CTFs. Okay, I'll be jumping into, real-time cybersecurity platforms. I'm going to learn XYZ things. Now, once if they do that, the problem every person is going to face as a fresher, that would I end up with any real-time jobs? Like, how would I get the job as a fresher? Like the people company is going to take them, or how about to get at least an internship in an MNC? Like, what would be the procedure? And in case if the people are not getting internship or not getting jobs, why it is the reason, like why they're not getting it?
Okay, now that's a very big question. Why are people not getting job? Ah, I mean, if I could answer that, I would have. I think I would be a millionaire if I could answer that. Why people are not getting job? I would solve the universal problem, right? So, okay, jokes apart. Yeah, I was about to answer Aditya's question anyway in the chat. So, this one firstly about the job. Yes, try hack me, hack the box are the platforms which builds your confidence. Okay, because that's like that's where you do some practical stuff, and that's when you go. You can in the interviews you can speak saying that, oh yeah, I know what that is. Like when interviews ask you what is SQL injection, it's better than telling, okay, I know what it is, but I'm not done in real life, but I've done it in a controlled environment. That's better than saying, oh, I don't know what is SQL injection. That's not a good thing, right? So the
Correct.
best places, yeah, it's a good place. But coming back to the Aditya's question, and which similar to your question also, Mr. Manoj. The thing is, every company requires for 2 to 3 years of experience. For that to into entry level. So where can I get that experience? It's always like chicken first or the egg first.
Yep.
Okay. In order to get experience, you need to have a job. In order to get the job, you need to have the experience.
Yep.
So that's a tricky area. The best part, the best solution which I could give, which I also followed myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty much saying that that's a solid path because I'm seeing pretty good success also.
Mm-hmm.
The path is always start with startups. Startups are the best place. Don't go behind money. If you go to startup, or if you go to startup thinking that okay, they're going to get me a job and they're going to pay me money like the MNC companies are paying, you're wrong. Okay. In the beginning, you have to give some tradings. Okay, startup needs what do you call that? Youths, and startup needs some intelligent brains. And if you think that you're that intelligent person, you need experience, right? So it's like you are giving and taking something. You are giving your intelligence to the company, and you are gaining experience from the company. Once you gain enough experience, you move out to the other company. That's all. That's how startups work. That's how we also. That's how everything works, right?
True.
You don't need to. If you are running behind money, then you have to be a crazy ass intelligent person,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to have a very huge experience and confidence in your work.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there are people, right, like who have done the same set of work for 10 years. Do you think they get a job anywhere else? Nope. And there are people who have done cutting edge technologies in 3 years and they get job in Microsoft and Google's, right? So
Yep.
again, it depends. So it's just that you need to run behind knowledge in order to get a job and money, not run behind money in order to get a job.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
So I would say start with startups.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go behind money. Start with, I mean, money. At the end of the day, we all need money. Yes, even I'm doing masters by paying money, of course. But start with startups. Get enough good amount of experience, and trust me, you are going to learn. Yeah, in LinkedIn, it's becoming right now too famous. This meme in LinkedIn everywhere. They tell that startup is where you learn ton shit of experience, and MNCs is where you don't learn anything but you earn money.
Understood.
That's so true. That is so true. Trust me, that is so true. You go to startup, forget about money, just experience it. Just know what's a switch. I hope you guys have not even seen. I mean, most of you guys would have not even seen how a switch is in a network, right? And you
That's
can't
true.
you can't yeah, and you can't go to MNC companies and tell, hey, give me a job. Go see what's a switch. Go see what's a firewall. Go see how. First of all, open your laptop and see how it is inside it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I.
once you do that, so yeah, once you do that, you get the job easily. So yeah, first go on, go. This path even I would recommend to everyone.
Okay. So just as a conclusion, basically, for Aditya's question, like whoever the question is, basically, it says like, getting the knowledge is very important. And along the way, like whenever you're trying to see, there is a difference between knowledge and skill, I definitely call. The main reason is, knowledge is definitely, the people can get the knowledge even from YouTube. The people can get the knowledge even from a different meetups. It's about the skills where exactly you need to know, because skills basically, see, let us consider if I'm just configuring a switch. If I have a different level of skills, I might use a different tools to do that, or some other person, they have a different way to do that, configuration path. But it's about the skills, like what exactly skill you have, and how fast you are going to do, and how efficiently you are going to do, and how securely you are going to do. So that matters, a lot. So Yeah, so I hope, yeah, Sohan, you have one more, to add on topic for that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you took the topic of skill, and when you told the phrase, that was actually the perfect phrase, but I would like to rephrase it. But
Yeah.
that's the perfect phrase. When you told that, okay, I have certain set of skills, and I might do some things like, some in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
That's skill. And yeah, because from that time you were speaking, okay, you need to have skills, cybersecurity is a skills, that this. So now the question might come up as, what's a skill? Like, sorry, you kept on
Exactly.
saying skills. What is a skill actually?
Exactly.
It okay. People have gotten confused with the skill, knowledge, and education.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they are three different terms. So education is something that you get by reading and stuff. Knowledge is something that you get by practically doing it, so you know what actually it is and it stays here in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Skill is something tricky. Skill is knowing how to implement knowledge and education in order to get results. That's the
Well
skill.
said. Great.
The teachers are well educated, but still, why are they not making a ton shit of money? Teachers are way damn well educated because they lack the skill of putting it in a way that they can get more money, right? So that's skill is knowing of how to utilize the knowledge you have. So because you just told that, right? You just told that, a person has a different skill and he might put it in a different way of configuration it. That's skill. He just is a different one. That's it.
Understood. So yeah, it's a very good, question for that. But I would like to ask, in terms of, people, they are asking so many things related to the cybersecurity in terms of, pure technical way. I just wanted to ask. But before that, we discussed how about the jobs, how about the AI is taking care of all the jobs nowadays, right? Definitely, I would like one of our, attendee here. His name is Chiranjeevi. He wrote a very good blog. So Chiranjeevi, in case if you are here, so please, attach that link in the chat box. I want everyone to read that. It's a very, described blog basically in terms of job, how it's going to be taken care. So, it will be very much helpful for everyone to understand how it's going to work along. Now, yeah, for a follow-up question for the Shoaib. So I'm going to take this as a last question. Okay, for both of you. Let's consider, I wanted to ask this question first, Sohan, then yeah, Shoaib. Okay, uh, should I use AI in a regular day? Like, is it necessary? Because I seen so many people. Let us forget so many people. I do use AI right now when we are having a cyber talk. Forget about this, but students are using AI like anything. They are using for nonsense. Should I go for? It's raining. Should I wash the car now? Okay, so like these questions, they are coming up with the AI. Now I'm really crazy about this. Like, should they wanted to use AI in their job or in their education? Like, is it going to be helpful for them? Yeah, it is definitely for both. First, Sohan, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I would put it in my experience way also. So definitely use AI. So because it's the latest technology, AI is not a bad thing. Okay, people are portraying in such a way that AI is a bad thing. Guys, AI is just an innovation. Okay, so I would say like this. Before the engine came into picture, before the motors and engine came into picture, there was a person who used to pedal things and carry you guys like cycle based auto rickshaw, old kind of stuff. When engine comes into picture, so now this person doesn't know to drive, right? Like he just knows to pedal and do the hard work. So now if this person complains about the engine is taking my job, this all these things, whose mistake it is? None's. It's no one's mistake. It's just that the technology is moving on when we need to catch up with those stuff.
Answer.
Okay, and definitely it's a myth that AI is going to take away every job. If AI is capable of taking away every job, then there is a job called AI management.
Mm-hmm.
There is AI cannot take away that. AI can't manage itself. That's how we have programmed. AI can never manage itself. And okay, sci-fi movies, forget about that. Those are sci-fi movies, Terminators
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But yeah, and yeah, and in fact, I wanted to tell this when you asked Shoaib that like, did you ever feel a scarcity of losing a job because of AI?
Yeah, yeah.
I have a different experience. I
Answer.
got this job because of AI. Okay, not
That's
because not
wonderful.
because I used not because I used AI for answering interviews. Oh, by the way, I did not even have an interview. That's a different story. But not because I used in a bypassing way. It's just that I use AI in order to stay with the latest technology, how things are happening, to learn things fast.
Mm-hmm.
if they ask me, okay, there was a time when me and my manager were discussing. He was like, for your company more than Cisco Meraki firewall, I would suggest FortiGate firewall. I told that evening before I leave the company, before I go back to my home. The next day on my desk, I see a FortiGate firewall. I
Understood.
mean, I'm like, first time I'm seeing a FortiGate firewall. I have dealt with Meraki. FortiGate, okay. And that's when he comes into picture, and I'm like, okay, you just put this on my desk, a new one. I don't even know how to do it. He's like, do you think I know how to do it? And he had three FortiGate firewalls in it. He's like, Google it. You have AI. Yeah, use AI. Just learn. Just do it fast. And I just needed to get it work.
Mm,
That's how the life is. Use AI in order to learn, but not in order to bypass mechanisms like, use don't use AI to answer your interview questions. Trust me, we know, we get to know the bullshit that people are telling using AI.
mm,
Even when you draft an email, I just
mm,
saw a student
mhm,
putting a message in Teams, or
mhm.
we are in the same research group. He puts a message in Teams that is completely generated by AI. I'm like, come on, you can at least drop a text in Teams. You don't need AI for that.
Understood.
So don't rely like this on AI. Rely in a good way.
Understood. Yeah. So same as goes for Shoaib. Yeah, please. Like before,
Yeah,
coming back to the Shoaib answer, I would like everyone, in case if you have any queries, so please do, put it in the chat box. So I'm going to take up the questions. Basically, I'll just try to, come back with the answers. Yeah, Shoaib, please.
yeah. So as Sohan covered in a such a way, in a nice way, that is absolutely I'm agree with his point.
Mm-hmm.
So as people need to understand like regular AI use necessary, and definitely this is nowadays this is necessary to use. But the thing is why we are using that tool, what is the goal, what is the
Mm-hmm.
mindset we are going to whenever we are using. So what is the mindset we have to do? So that point is a very important. Like people are just, as you mentioned, Manoj, like nonsense things they are just putting and they are do the communication like that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is not a make sense. They are
Mm-hmm.
wasting the time. So here we need to understand as a like more seriously like learn, work and growth. That is the very important part. And nowadays, whatever the technologies we have to learn very quickly and very faster. So definitely we have to use that AI tool. But how we are using, which particular prompts we have to apply so we can get the proper result. I also
Understood.
can say like whatever the task which uh, in the team you are getting or from the management you are getting in any task and which
Correct.
is you don't know about that, and
Correct.
there you can take the support from AI. So definitely you can get it within a minutes or within a second, but you would have to know that how to use and how to apply and where we
Understood.
have to apply in our life. That is very important. Like such a nonsense thing that is not a meaning, no meaning to use, and we are wasting
Understood.
our time.
Great.
Rest everything Sohan is covered.
Yeah, great. So, I'm just going to take, winding up this session. But before winding up this session, I'm going to take a last question from, our end, basically. So I'm getting so huge questions, even in the WhatsApp also, to be frank, not only in this chat box. I don't know, because people are shying whether should they ask the question or not. But yeah, I have one question, I'm definitely going to take this question because for all attending here are new, they're new to cybersecurity, right? uh, People are they're trying to learn, okay, web penetration testing, they're trying to learn a few different things. I think even this question related to me as well. I'll tell you why. Because this is a general topic which every cybersecurity professional faced in their career in the initial stage. I believe definitely Sohan also would have been faced this. The question is so simple: how about when I'm learning web penetration testing, okay, how will I get a first bug? This is a very good question, to be frank. Even when everyone learning, like, I'm not even getting a bug. How would I get a bug? Like, is there any solution for this? I mean, based on your experience right now.
Oh my god, web testing is something that irritates me. Okay, no offense, guys. Web testing is good. Cybersecurity has its own fields, but web pen testing and blue teaming is the two things that irritates me the most. And yes, I have cried. I have cried when I was trying to do web pen testing. Okay. Oh my god, that brings back a lot of memories. I don't want to go through that. See, again, finding problems in web is basically you understanding how HTTP works, how HTTPS works, how the communication happens.
Hmm.
Once you're solid with the core fundamentals of the web communication happening, TLS and every stuff, it's easy for you to find a bug.
Correct.
Okay, that's always a go-to method. If you know, see, even though if they're again, even though if AI is happening, AI prompt engineering, whatnot, whatever you want to say, everything is running on the basic structure called TCP/IP networking.
Hmm.
Okay, everything runs on TCP. Even your API calls, whatever you want to call it, everything is following TCP/IP, right? So know the core things. I have seen a lot of people. If I ask like, okay, guys, so do you know how to create a subnet? And they'll be like, I don't know what's a subnet, and they want to become a penetration tester. I'm like,
Hmm.
even though if you don't know what's a subnet, even though if you don't know what's the classes of IP address, if you don't know how the IP address communicate to each other, how to configure IP address, how
Hmm.
can you perform hacking? That's my simple
Hmm.
question.
Hmm.
So always go with the basics. Web pen testing has its own basic core fundamentals. You have OWSP top 10. You have like you have n number of books out there, n number of resources out there to understand the basic web requests. Okay,
Understood.
there are people you might be shocked. Like okay, we are in cyber field, so we deal with it every day. We deal with the terms. For us, it's common. But there are people outside in my own class in masters. I see that person. He's a well experienced person, and he doesn't know how to do subnetting. He
Understood.
doesn't know how to like, and he's in network administrating. That's
Hmm.
more questionable for me. There are people who don't know stuff, and it's not like you need to know subnetting.
Hmm.
Why I took this example is he is in a network administrative job. He doesn't know subnetting. Doesn't mean that you have to know subnetting. It's
Hmm.
just that it depends on what you are practicing. If you are practicing hacking and stuff, you need to know IP ranges. You need to know all this stuff. But if you are only doing monitoring, SOC analyst, firewall, and this kind of stuff, you don't need to know. So there's no perfect answer. It just depends on what path you like to choose.
Understood.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's well said basically. We have gone through about all this pain. To be frank, finding a bug in a first time, particularly for in the web penetration testing, really admired that. But I am just going through with the last question, okay, with Shoaib basically. Shoaib, can you just tell me, like how this industry, this whole cybersecurity industry is getting transformed, in future? Like, what do you think about it?
Sorry, I lost you. Can you repeat the question
Yeah,
again?
so what I'm saying is like how the whole cybersecurity industry is going to be transformed in future in terms of data security or in terms of cloud security. Either it can be in the education basically, like how cybersecurity is going to be changed in future, like coming up for the 5 years, something like that.
Good question, actually. So, as per my expertise, I can give the answer on that. Like, need to understand related to the data security. Also, here there is many things as we know very well. Like AI is come into the picture. So, AI powered threat detection. Uh, we need to understand data science, zero trust architecture. We need to understand in more such a way in depth, and also we need to understand the in the cloud security we have to jump into the cloud native security tools, which is very important need to understand. Also the multi-cloud and hybrid cloud protection, there we can how we can integrate with the different service provider, and how we
Hmm.
can into in the one environment we can define that confidentiality computing, that is also very important. And for the cyber security education, I can say like we have to jump into the more deep dive related to the AI tools which is come into the picture nowadays,
Hmm.
how we can understand those tools when we are doing studies in the
Hmm.
cyber security background. So there is
Hmm.
many tools have come into the market, and that need to learn and engage with that particular tools. That is the very important part.
Understood.
And as we know very well, like IoT is also
Correct.
very important to understand nowadays. So that is also come into the picture.
Understood. Okay, got it. So thank you so much, for answering this. Yeah,
Uh,
Sohan. So you
sorry,
have
sorry to cut you.
yes.
Yeah, sorry to cut you in between. I think we have to follow this culture from this time, to make these people more responsive and active.
Correct.
I think we will whenever they put the questions in the chat box.
Hmm.
I think we are going to pick one question each. Like I'll pick one question, so we'll pick one question, and Manoj, you pick one question,
Hmm.
and we are going to quote that. According to us, this is the best question of the day, and that's
Correct.
the question we'll be discussing upon.
Yep.
You know,
Correct.
I think that will be a good habit. That will at least motivate these people to ask some good
Exactly.
questions. There's nothing called stupid question. Trust
Correct.
me.
Correct.
You have no idea what kind of questions I asked to my manager.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
actually,
there's
this
nothing
is
such as
good habit. Actually, asking the question whether like
yes,
sometimes it's stupid questions we ask, but
True. True. True.
we need to ask the question if we are hunger for something to learn.
Correct.
So if we are not questioning and answering, then there is no meaning to set up the meeting and do the conversation.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
that is the very important. We are
You know,
spending a time here, so we are learning something, we are educating something, we are doing
Correct.
something. So at least question answering is a very important part.
True.
yes. Well said, Shoaib sir, because you mentioned the hunger word, okay, which I'm hungry right now. But yeah, the hunger word. Why I took that topic is I'm a big fan of One Piece, and
Oh.
Monkey D. Luffy says one dialogue. Okay, Monkey he says one dialogue. If you are hungry, just eat. If you have any doubt, just ask. Do not think twice. It's nothing called stupid questions. If you have any doubts, just ask. Just put it in the form of asking. Even most of I read a lot of books of these millionaires billionaires. All they say is, if you want something, just ask. That's simple. Life is that simple. So
Correct.
yeah, always.
Exactly.
So I would like to start this culture like, okay, sorry, Manoj, I'm going to take this a minute, okay? So according to me, if the best question until now asked would be by okay, I might spell this name wrong. Uh, Abdiaziz. I'm so sorry, guys. Abdiaziz, is this correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Abdi Wahid. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if my name's pronouncing is wrong. I'm so sorry for that. Um, the question goes like this, sir: how do you stay motivated and sharp in such a fast-changing industry? It was also asked by Venkatesh a minute before.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually a good question, and I would quote this. According to me, this is a good question for me. Of the day, question of the day for me. Staying motivated, yes, guys. You have no clue how many mental breakdowns I have had when I was learning penetration testing. Okay, I have taken a week break. I have not touched my laptop for a week. The times have been like that. Okay, Mr. Manoj knows that because I've
Yep.
told him. I'm not touching this week. I'm done. I'm done hacking. Okay, then there is so coming back to the question, how do you stay motivated? Okay, there's never a one answer for all the question, okay, or one correct answer for everyone. Motivation for someone might be gaming, for someone maybe going outside having food, maybe walking, maybe just being with the family, having a good chat, having good coffee, who knows. So my motivation was to play a game. I am a huge League of Legends gamer. I don't recommend that game for anyone, please don't.
Hmm.
Okay. So yeah, for my motivation is I do it's like I keep a goal. For this day I have to finish this certain amount of progress. I have to show myself this certain amount of progress, maybe in terms of studies, maybe in terms of maybe meeting the hacking stuff, whatever I'm doing my work. Once I do that, I sit for gaming. Once I finish that, I start gaming. I don't care about what's going to happen next. That's it. That's my motivation. Okay, once I feel that okay, I have finished, I have come to this certain checkpoint. For example, today I have a goal of finishing my paper, which I started to research paper. Once I finish that, the next thing I'm going to do is come back to my room and start gaming. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. So that's how I keep myself motivated. I learn stuff because I want to game in later. I kind of do my work so that I go home and do gaming later. So that you just got to find your own trigger points, I would say.
Answered. So, okay, so I definitely, admit both of your, expertise here. I definitely, before winding up, I definitely, I'm so happy for this meetup. I'm so glad all of our participants. I hope you got some, you know, exactly like what exactly you required in cybersecurity. In the sense, in terms of a beginner, like I hope you got the, queries cleared. I hope so. In case if you have any queries, definitely, you can contact us. I'll be just putting the data in the chat box, by the way. And along with that, people you are already there in the WhatsApp, you can definitely get the things even in the WhatsApp as well. Yeah. So Shoaib, so if you have anything to tell, so definitely you can able to go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Related to the motivation, guys, you guys need to understand what exactly you are want to do. That is the very important part because as my journey, I saw many students, they don't know what exactly they want to do. If someone say like just join cybersecurity and start building your career there, and a person is don't know like interested or not, right? So the thing is, people need to understand what exactly they want to do. So that is a very important part. Take your time, understand what exactly you wanted to do and why you want to do that. That is also very important. And according to that, you have to, prepare your goal sets because without goal sets and mindset, the deadlines, if you are working, you cannot achieve what exactly you are looking for. So
Understood.
that is, my experience and which I wanted to share with you, all of you. So this is a very, very important. If you don't have a goal set and deadlines, then you cannot achieve anything. Yes, Manoj.
Got it. Great. So, thank you, Shoaib, for your wonderful time, giving over here. And I really, thank for Sohan as well, spending, an approximately an hour time for our audience to make sure, about the cyber talk. I definitely, feel to do this kind of cyber talks continuously at the weekend because it's not only going to help others, but at the same time is going to help the community. And definitely we are planning in the pipeline bringing so many companies over here to speak. Along with that, it's not only about the cybersecurity. Definitely, guys, it's about the web development. It can be the development part, it can be the AI, it can be anything else in the the industry which is getting changed. Yes, definitely we are about to bring. I hope everyone you are satisfied with our cyber talk. So definitely you can have a put into to the word to me. Definitely I'm going to put those links in the WhatsApp, by the way. So thank you so much for coming up. So thank you, Sohan, for helping all of us and giving so many clarity. I'm damn sure I love the way you answered. And Shoaib, thank you so much for your expertise in cloud, which helped us a lot in cloud. Whether should we learn the meaning of the red team and the blue team, like the way you put up basically, and the way we wanted to learn in cloud, whether should we learn or not. Similar way, I just goes to the Sohan. Should we learn, should we take up the tool? By the way, he answered very well, by saying not even mentioning a single tool, not even hurting a single tool. That hurted me a lot. But yes, I'll just speak to him later along the side. But yeah, thank you so much for both of you having here. And I'm thanking for every person in this chat, in this group basically, who are all attending. I believe you people are going to attend in the next meetup, Saturday meetup. So please bring more people, so let us have this continuous journey for the lifelong, right?
Yeah, as Manoj said, yeah, we are still growing. We are still starting this new, so we require your support. So yeah, we are actually happy to have you here.
Great, guys. So thank you so much. So we're winding up. Thank you, Shoaib.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Take care, guys. Yeah, bye. Have a nice day.